Well, guess what, Dingus? Your dreams are now reality! That's right! Steam Workshop is coming to Rivals of Ether!
Hello once again, everyone! I'm proud to announce that submissions for Workshop 2Prints are opening today. Workshop 2Prints is the next event in the Workshop Blueprints lineup, and will be a showcase of exciting projects that are upcoming in the Rivals of Ether community. It's open to anyone in the community to submit, and I hope you consider it. As always, there are some new things to address this time around, so let's get to it. Workshop 2Prints will be split into two separate 45 to 60 minute long presentations. 2Prints Void will be on September 18th, and 2Prints Sky will be on September 19th. Both events will start at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I apologize to my friends across the world, but this tends to be peak hours for viewership. Functionally, both events will run mostly the same, but with different motifs to differentiate the two. You don't have to worry about the theme at all when submitting, so submit whatever you'd like. However, if you prefer your trailer appears on one day or the other, let me know when you submit and I'll try to secure you a slot on that day if possible. However, with a new event comes a new set of rules, so I'd like to go over those. When submitting trailers, each person who submits is allowed a total of 2 trailers with 2 minutes each. Unless you absolutely need them on the same day, they'll be spaced between both days to keep their variety up. With how many people are submitting, I'd like to keep the time as reasonable as possible, and since most basecast trailers are around that time frame, it's 100% doable to hit it. As for the trailers themselves, the same rules apply. They must be for a workshop item that is not currently released, must show footage of the item itself, and must not show any not safe for work content. Also, check if the music is copyright claimed before submitting first. The easiest way to do this is to upload the video on YouTube unlisted and see if it gets claimed. If it does, don't use it. When submitting, there's one new thing to keep in mind, which is that trailers will now have a presentation team. Myself, Bowling King, J4C, and Delta Parallax will be looking over the trailers for errors and pacing issues, and may ask for you to make changes to your trailer before accepting them. Here are some reasons that your trailer may be rejected, and ways to avoid that. Your trailer is above 2 minutes. Self-explanatory. The audio-visual quality of your trailer is too low. Make sure your footage is at a reasonable resolution and at a consistent 30 or 60 frames per second. Also, make sure that the game audio can be heard when needed and that all audio is in sync. The pacing of your trailer is too slow. This one is a bit difficult, but some easy tips to avoid this are to make sure that you're constantly showing new stuff. Avoid dragging out your intro too long, and avoid using similar clips, especially back to back. Lastly, try to show what your item does instead of just telling people if possible. With this edition of Trailer Review, I'm going to remove the restriction on what can be submitted. Buddies have absolutely popped off recently, and I will admit I was mistaken about how powerful they really were. As long as you have the content for a trailer, feel free to submit whatever, so long as it's a workshop item. As always, workshop adjacent items are always welcome, just make sure to let me know first so we may discuss it. The clip showcase will return at the end of 2Prints Sky. As always, just send over high quality footage without music and I'll incorporate it into the montage. Lastly, there's one final new addition I need to mention. I'd like for 2Prints to essentially be an online workshop convention, and because of that, I want to offer to create an event schedule. If you'd like to host something like an extended presentation, similar to what Vizard, Vivi Vinya, and Muno did for the last event, feel free to reach out and we can figure something out. I'd even be willing to host the event on my channel too, or I can promote it through other means. The closing date for submissions is September 4th. If your submission is rejected, you'll have until the 11th to resubmit, though I can't guarantee when you'll know if you were accepted or rejected if you wait until the last minute, so try to be a little early if you can. With all that said, submissions are once again open, and if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Until then, I'll see you around.